Hey, Shay, you know what time it is?
Nap time?
No, it's that time of the year again, as every other year. The AFL Dream Team. We have to pick a team for the 2023 season. Are you ready to pick them?
So wake me up when September ends then.
Yep. Join us as we pick this year 2023 AFL Fantasy Dream Team for what Shay says. Hey, my name is Jamie, and
Shay.
this is what Shay says. This is a new YouTube channel that we're going to bring positive vibes, positive energy, no political agenda of any sort. We're going to show you a little bit of our life and what we get up to and have a bit of fun. This is what it's all about. And one of the fun things that Shay and I do is what they call AFL Fantasy Dream Team. Now, for those people over in America, you will probably have the NFL Fantasy League or your Major League Baseball Fantasy League. Well, here in Australia, we have the Australian Football League Fantasy competition every single year. And the AFL season here in Australia is starting up in a matter of a couple of weeks. And we're going to go through exactly what's involved, a bit of the rules, and we're going to go and pick the team for the Fantasy League. Now, I've been playing AFL Fantasy League for quite a while, and Shay just came on about 4 or 5 years ago. And yes,
Kicking and screaming.
I manage Shay's side every week. Now, this year, however, the salary cap, Shay, I don't know if you know this, but the salary cap has increased.
Woohoo!
It went from $15.4 million to $15.5 million. So we've gone up an extra $1,000. Woohoo! But
Fat lot of good that's going to do.
here's the thing, Shay. The players that we pick and whatnot, they have increased in price from last year.
I know.
So we've got to pick the side. Now, before we do pick the side, Shay, I know you've got your finger on the trigger.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So for people overseas, we have 6 defenders on the field, 2 on the interchange. So that's the quality of 8 defenders. In the midfield, if you scroll down, you have 8 on the field, 2 on the bench, which is equivalent of 10 players in the midfield. In the ruck line,
And I do apologise, I'm about to turn our camera off for a second so that you can hopefully see the full screen. There we go.
there you go. So let's go back again. So let's go back to the defence. So you've got defenders there. So you've got 6 on the field, 2 on the interchange, which is equivalent of 8 defenders.
Or the bench. It's either you can either call it the interchange or the bench.
Or the bench, yeah. In the midfield, you have 8 on the field and 2 on the interchange. The ruck, what's the ruck? That's the players that's in the middle and they tap it out. It's basically like basketball when you have a tap out.
Yeah, basically.
Right?
Except for the fact that they run full pellet at each other.
Exactly. So these 2 players, one player in each team, they run at each other, they jump up and they tap it down. It's what they call a ruck.
Now, it's not just after every goal or the beginning of each quarter. Anytime the ball has to be thrown up or thrown in.
As you can see the boundary line.
See the boundary line. So anytime it's thrown in over the boundary line or they have to stop play and they have to throw it up again, that's when your rock comes into play.
Yeah. So there's 2 rocks that you can pick in the fantasy and 1 on the interchange, which is equivalent of 3. And the forward, these are the people that normally kick the goals. You got 6 on the field and 2 on the interchange bench. Now,
and hang on, can't forget the utility.
And you've got a utility. That means you can pick a player at any position, and if one of the players that you pick in your team does not play, you can pick that utility player to cover that player.
Yes.
Now,
not that they ever really get used. Does anyone really ever actually use it?
Yes. It does come into play because there's multiple injuries or there's multiple players that you have picked in your side and not actually playing. And this is another thing I want to bring up. Each week, you have 2 trades. That means you can trade 2 players out of your side and add 2 players in. But when the bye rounds comes in, you have...
I apologise, people. I'm just going to zoom this in a bit.
Yep. So when the bye round, so we have, I think there's 3 bye rounds again this year, or whatever. The bye rounds comes into play where not every team is playing, and therefore you can have 3 trades. That means you can trade out 3 players out, and you can put 3 players in. Now,
hopefully you can see that a bit better.
The highest I got a couple of years in the competition was 1,700 in Australia. Shay got under 10,000.
Yep.
We're trying to beat that with this team. So this is a team that Shay and I are combining. I have my own personal team already. Shay's got hers. But this is what Shay says. This is what we're going to show you on a weekly basis when the season starts, how well the team is going, how much has it increased. Now, you have a team salary of $15.5 million. Each week you'll have a team value. The name of the goal of this competition, you want your team value to go up. You don't want your team value to go down. So, you've got to be careful of the players that you have picked. Leading up to the next round, you've got to watch when the team get dropped, whether those players are actually named or not. Because you might pick a team, or you already done your trades, and that trade...
You have to reverse that trade because the player isn't... One of the players that you've traded in for the week isn't actually playing.
Yeah, and also what you have to also take in consideration, you've got injuries, you've got suspension. Now, players get reported for stupid things, and in most cases, if it's a 1-week suspension, what you do, you don't trade that player out. You just put him on the bench, and hopefully you can put someone off the interchange or not onto the field. You can work it around. But if it's more than 1 or 2 weeks, if
it's 2 weeks or more,
get rid of them.
Yeah, you get rid of them because there's no point. And a lot of times, yes, they might be out for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, but when they come back, they're still not as good. It takes them another week or 2 to get back.
But usually when a player gets suspended, it's normally a 1-week suspension. Now, with the injuries, if it's more than a 2-week injury, you have to get rid of them. Now, the prize to win this is a Toyota Hilux, which is valued at $70,000, but you also get an extra cash on that on top of, I think, $250,000.
I can't remember what it is anymore.
But you get grand final tickets too. So I'm a Collingwood supporter, and so I follow Collingwood too. And yeah. So
it's more the grand final tickets that people want than the rest of it, because the grand final tickets, it's not just tickets to the grand final. There's the hotel, like there's accommodation, flights if you're from another state. There's a whole thing wrapped in and around the grand final tickets, and that's what a lot of people want, because grand final tickets, like Super Bowl tickets, aren't necessarily easy to come by, and they're not always cheap either.
They're not the same price as a Super Bowl ticket.
No.
Let's just put it that way. I've been to a grand final and I paid $180. This was back in 2010. So thank you, Collingwood, for winning that grand final on the replay. But anyway.
Alright.
So, we are going to pick the team. So, if you turn the cam off, Shay, on the thing, and we'll
Cam's off.
No.
Cam's off.
Now the cam's off. All right, here we
The
go.
whole time.
Here we go.
Right.
First one.
Hang on. We were gonna slip a coin for the first pick until Jamie here realised that the first pick was going to be the same no matter which one of us it was.
Oh,
So,
another rule too. Before we pick, yes, I'm a Collingwood supporter. So
that does not mean that you stack your side with players from your team.
you do not want to stack your fantasy team with your own team because when the bye rounds come, you will get a big fat zero.
Hang on, I'm putting the cam back on again because we need to discuss bye rounds.
Yes, we have. So bye round goes over a 3-week period. I think they're having an extra week this year. I'm not too sure. But round 5, all the games have been played here in Adelaide, which is called the Magic Round.
Which doesn't really impact the whole grand scheme of things. You just got to remember that they're playing here in Adelaide.
Yeah.
Now, the bye rounds are where things get tricky.
Yeah.
Because you've got... Now, how many is it you've got to field?
You've got to field the best 18. You've got to have at least 18 on your field. And
okay,
if you have a full team of 22, only the top 18 that scored in your fantasy will be counted to your team. The bottom 4 or 5, they get taken off. So the top 18 scores in your fantasy.
Hang on, I'm just going to calculate how many players are actually on the field.
It's 22, but you got the bench too.
Yes, but
it does pay to have interchange that plays because your value of your team goes up.
Does help, yes.
Right. So the top scores in the bye round is 18. So if you got more than 18 players playing in that week in the bye round, only the top 18 scores.
So the aim is if you can do it, is to fill a full 22.
Yeah.
And then you lose the bottom 4 players.
Yeah.
Because their scores are a lot lower. But what you don't want to do, and what a lot of people what happens with a lot of teams, is they do end up with less than 18 because they've stacked their teams in such a way that it's just gone wrong when they come to the bye rounds.
And
so
that's
where we're saying you don't want to stack your team with players from your own club.
Yeah.
You want a nice big round spread and you want to try and cover what? There's 18 teams at the moment?
Yes, 18 teams.
So you kind of want to try and cover all 18 teams if you can. But it's not always feasible because you've got to take the salary cap into consideration as well.
Yeah. And they're going to be the weaker club versus a stronger club, and you want that nice, neat balance. What the main of the thing is, you want to, score the most fantasy points, but also have a nice team value. And make sure that you don't overspend your salary cap. The more that you have left in your bank after making the trade, you can upgrade a player. So let's say you want to get a rookie. Now, rookie this year, Shay, is just around about 200 something thousand, right? 300,000, right? Yeah, 299. It's a top player, right? Yeah.
Yeah, about 290, 298 is the top of the.
So.
Yeah, they've gone up.
but that's not what it is. So basically, you want a nice even spread. You got rookies in AFL Fantasy League. They're called cash cows, and that's another thing I need to bring up before we start going on. The cash cows rookies, they start at a low price. If they score more than 27 fantasy points, their price goes up and their value goes up.
Okay, so we've got a player that the first player that we're going to pick for this team was a rookie last year.
Was a rookie and got the Rising Star.
He got what they call the NAB Rising Star. So that's
Rookie of the year last year.
Yeah, he was the best of the rookies.
He scored 100 in his first game.
Yeah, he was a cash cow, and a lot of people thought that they would be dropping him off at some point. No.
No.
We didn't ever take him out of either of our sides all year.
No, he averaged 81 for the whole year, and he's increased his value like over $500,000.
Yeah, because he was what?
280, 90, 270.
He was about 280 at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
The beginning of this season coming, he's priced at 769,000.
That's what he finished last year.
Which is what he finished last year.
Around about 700,000 last year. So he increased around about 500,000. So, ladies and gentlemen, enough of my rambling. When I give you the rules, yes, players go up. Now, if a player does badly, their price goes down, and you've got to watch it too. So
sometimes they might just have an off game
and
bounce back the following week, and their price goes up, which means you're getting more money from them if you decide to trade them out. But, yeah. It's just a matter of...
So, we had some of the scratch matches last week.
Yeah.
The match simulation, and we're picking on that. The next scratch match or the trial game is next week, and then it goes into the full season after that.
Now, I will mention this at this point. We have got what they classify as unlimited trades.
Yeah.
Which means that we can sit there for the next,
what? 4 weeks?
3 weeks.
Yeah. Now, this might not be
for the next 17 days, because I just realised the lockout, or the partial lockout, which we'll explain afterwards, but the partial lockout starts in 17 days. Well, 18 days roughly.
Yeah.
So we've got about 18 days where we can sit there and we can
change it,
mix and match, and
so this will not be what we're picking. Is not going to be the final side.
It may not be the final.
May not be the final side, but I'll say most of it will be. But anyway, let's go straight into the meat and potatoes, shall we?
All right, so we'll turn the webcam off again.
All right, the third player we are going to pick. We are going to call him Junior because he is the younger brother of Josh. He's Nick Dacos.
All right, hang on, let me explain. So, a couple of years ago, 3 years ago now, Josh Dacos, who is Nick Dacos' older brother, got drafted to Collingwood under what they classify the father-son.
Oh, more than 3 years ago.
Oh, whatever it was. Yeah. So, he got drafted under the father and son rule.
Yeah.
His brother, Nick Dacos, who we are now putting in our side, was again father-son.
Yeah.
But he is just as good, if not better, than his father.
I'd say he's better than his brother. But anyway,
no, his father.
His father was in a different position, though.
But still, first year.
His father played in the grand final in his first year. Nick Dacos was one game out of his first. They lost by a point, remember, last year?
Yeah, but that wasn't their fault.
Sydney!
No.
Yeah.
Umpires.
Yeah, whatever.
You can't blame Sydney. It wasn't Sydney's fault. It was the umpire's fault.
Both of them. But anyway.
All right.
So I'm going to pick the next one. Yeah?
Yeah, we'll just keep going.
All right. We're going to go all in mid-pool. We're going to go...
No, we're going to go defend.
We're going to go all defence first?
Yes.
All right. Go. We're going to the arch rival of one of Collingwood. It's Carlton. We're going to Doherty. Sam Doherty is going into the back line.
No, because I don't need to type that one in.
Sam Doherty. He was priced at $977,000. Now, this is the guy that had a knee reconstruction 2 years ago. He played a full season last year. And, yeah. No, we're not going Darcy Moore, even though he's the captain. But no. I'm saying no. He's a good player, but no.
What about Young?
No. Geez. Oh, yeah, there's a guy from St Kilda that I wanted to pick. Sinclair. Or if you want to go Callum Mills from Sydney.
No, we can go St Kilda. And you can...
Yeah, St Kilda. What is it? All prices. Sinclair? Yeah, we'll go Sinclair.
They're the two... Okay, so you want two high-priced players. You want to average it out at two high-priced players.
Yeah.
So near the top tier per thing.
Yeah. Go to Sydney if you can. And if Callum Mills is in the back line, Probably not. No, I think it's just a midfielder or yeah, no, not there.
He's a midfielder?
Yeah, he's a midfielder. But I've already got a midfielder in place. Put
him there for now.
Yeah, he's a midfielder. Let's go back to the defender. There's not much to choose from. Let's go all clubs, all prices.
We've got all prices, but we're too...
Yeah, Dawson's got to go in. Dawson definitely got to go. I missed out on it. Next one, I'm going to stack it up in the back line, aren't I? We might have to go James Sicily from Hawthorn.
You don't want Hearn?
Who?
Hearn.
No. No, because the thing is, the Eagles, West Coast Eagles were decimated last year, and they blamed the COVID thing because a lot of the players came down with COVID and they didn't actually field a full side each week. They were decimated, and most of their players were overweight, and they were slow. I'm not picking any of the Eagles.
I'm going to need to explain something here, aren't I?
Not just yet. I know.
Shannon Hearn.
Yeah, well, better hurry up.
Is somebody that I went to school with, which is why he's a bit of an iffy one. All right, so you want Sicily.
Yeah. And let's go down a bit one more. It's going to be Tom Stewart from Geelong.
All right.
You already got it there. So play it down. It's Tom Stewart.
All right.
Well, geez, we only got 9.8 million. Okay, I think we have to do a bit of a reshuffle here.
We might do. We will get to the interchange in a minute. We're just going to do midfield.
Rory Ladd's got to go straight in. Now, I'm going to pick another Collingwood player. He got traded this year to Collingwood from Hawthorn. Tom Mitchell is coming straight in. All right.
Can we?
You don't. Okay.
For now.
Yes.
That may change.
Scott Pettlebury. He's got him in. Yeah, go A. Brayshaw. He played a good game last year.
Yeah, okay.
We're stretching it.
All right.
Go down. We have to go.
Pendle's out.
Yeah, Pendle. Let's go another one. Took Miller is injured. He got injured before. Dunkley's going in the forward line. Dunkley is going into the forward line.
As you just saw, there are what we call dual position players. So they're either in the midfield or the forward or back forward.
Whatever.
Midfield
or forward or rock forward or Oh, jeez. Jack McRae had to go in, but I don't know. I don't know how much money we got. We're doing all right. Well, now we have to go to Ruck because next minute.
Ruck is usually.
I think we've done something wrong here. All right, we're not going the Gorn Grundy combination, but I'm going to speak and know English. Tim English from the Bulldogs.
All right, so you want English?
And I want Rowan Marshall from St Kilda.
All right.
What we got? Okay. We have to go to the board. I think we over.
We did the. Okay, we're going to have to
David Cornelio from GWS. He goes in. And let's go Tim Toronto. Okay.
All right, what we might do now, and this is what a lot of people tend to do, so this isn't a huge big thing. They will go 3, 4, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I mean by that is they would have 3 quite high-priced in their back line or the defenders and their forward line. They'll have 4 high-priced midfielders, and then they'll fill in the rest of them with lower-priced. Some of them even go rookies.
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take James Sicily out and Tom Stewart out to give us some more money. All right. So we're going to go to like a medium price type of player, if we can. So if we go, let's go.
Players I can afford.
Go to 4 to 500,000.
Yep.
No, we don't want. Yes. Keep going down. Keep going down. So there's just so many players here that you can pick, but you just don't know. Keep going. Keep going down.
Ali is good.
Who? No, he's not.
Okay.
He's not good. He's not good. One more. That's it. There's not many. There's not many to choose from in that department, but we go Earl Young. I heard that Lewis Young is playing pretty good. Alright, let's go to players what we can afford. We go down. Yeah, I don't want any more than that. It goes for 400.
34.
Did you know you get? Alright, go down. And this is where it gets a little bit tight. So let's go down. This is where it goes down. This is where the injury-prone players like Phil Davis, I mean, he gets injured a lot and he doesn't really do much. Yeah, and some of these players don't even get a full couple of games. They don't even get full games or anything. No. Oh, jeez. Let's go even cheaper than that.
Now this is where you hit your rookies. These are all pretty much all.
Probably. You go down. Jeez, there's not much. Really not much to go for. There's not much. Keep going down. Yeah. I haven't even heard of these players, and some of these players might even get a pick. I might pick up the 500,000. I might pick up the 500,000. I might have to change the midfield a bit by the looks of it. Let's go down. Now, Zach Guthrie had a good second half of the year, but I don't know if he's going to be playing at the start. Keep going down. Keep going down. Yeah, this is where it gets. Ruderick started off well, but he finished down. So did Bowie. Bowie started off well last year, but didn't really do much in the second half. But keep going. People have been looking at Frampton, who got traded to Collingwood from Adelaide, but no. I'm not looking at it. Will Dave played a good half last. Yeah, I'm not going there. Will Powell, no. They put in Nick Haynes. Depends where he's going to be played. Now, Nick Haynes can play well. He has done that in a few things. But let's go to the midfield. Let's change it up a bit. All right. So we'll take McRae out.
I don't reckon we're going to have to take Brayshaw out too.
And take that one out. Yeah, take Brayshaw out. And let's see what we can come up with here. Now, this is a midfield. We go down. People are saying Tom Shay, but I'm not too confident in Tom Shay. We go down. Yeah, keep going. Keep going down. Jeez. Keep going. There's not much there. No, everyone else was stretching it. Come on, go down. No, you have to go to 600,000.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You have to go to 600,000. Keep going. Go down. Metagola. I'm going to pick Metagola because I think he's going to play. I reckon he's going to play the Selwood. Selwood retired.
Did the other one retire? No, did the other overrated hack retire?
Who? Dangerfield?
Yeah.
No, he got the captaincy.
Ugh.
He got the captaincy. But anyway.
Yeah, I've got a hate relationship with him.
Now, I don't want to pick Fife because he's injury prone. Go down.
Do we want both? Do we want the brothers?
No.
Okay. No and no.
Oh, come on. That's a good price for both of them.
Oh, fine.
Danger. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Dustin Martin's in the thing. Now, how much money we got left? Okay, go down to 400,000.
You don't want. God no. Sorry, I can't. I just can't.
No. Find this out. Right. This is where we're going. Oh, okay, keep going down. Dirt one. No. You don't want dirt one. I'm going to go Warple for Hawthorn. I reckon
He actually hit it really well last year.
No, he didn't. He was injured.
Was he injured last year?
And he got. Now that Tom Mitchell has gone to Collingwood, Warple will play the role now in the midfield.
You reckon?
Yep.
Okay.
And he has to go up. Yeah, he really has to go up. But anyway, let's have a look. What else have we got?
Hang on, I'm just going back up with 1.8.
Might be go 300 south. Jeez. There we go. Keep going down. Don't want Paddy Dow. Paddy Dow doesn't even play for Carlton. He does, but he doesn't play. So you go down. I'm going to go comfortable. He's been very unlucky. He used to play for Geelong. He got traded to Gold Coast. I think he will play. Anyway, how much money we got now? 1.4. All right, let's go down to the rookies to 200 to 300,000. I'm going to get the rookie, the number one rookie that came in this year, Will Ashcroft. I believe he will play. Right, let's go to the forward line. Okay, let's go to the forward line. We can get to the rookies in a minute. Alright, let's have a look. Okay, just say what we've got on the forward at the moment. We've got Dunkley.
At the moment, we've got Dunkley, Caniglio, and Taranto.
Okay, now this is where you don't see a lot of forwards that does well. You want more like a midfield forward. If it's a solid forward, they don't really score that much. Right? But anyway.
We go DPPs only?
Yeah, well, Connor Rosie will go in. Oh, jeez, no. Okay, get. Right, Kalulia have to go. I'm sorry, Kalulia, but you'll have to go. Toronto can go on. Right, let's go down. Go down. Keep going. Jeez. I might actually could go Darcy, but he's injured at the moment with a hamstring strain, so no.
No. What about Lipinski?
Yeah, keep going down. No. He did play well last year, but no. Keep going down. Keep going. Now this is where it gets
tricky.
I want to go Zach Bailey, but he has to play more than he did last year. He can average 100, but we'll see. Remember, this is only you have to go down again. Now get rid of Zach Bailey. You have to go less than 600,000. You have to go less than that. You have to go less. Now, where are you? You have to go less than 600. 500.
Yeah, I had to take him out.
500,000. You have to go less. Yeah, you go down. You keep going. Give me these things.
No, I am.
No, keep going. No,
no.
Don't worry about that. Keep going. No.
That's just Jewel.
Go to 400.
No, that was just Jewel.
Well.
That's DPPs.
Go down.
Now I got all of them.
We'll go all. This is where it gets tricky.
And this is why a lot of people have difficulties.
Keep going. Just keep going. I'll tell you when to stop. I'm going to go Dan Mistay. He was drafted to Collingwood from Brisbane. Yeah. Go down. Keep going. There's not really much.
There's not a lot that would really do anything. And even I know that.
And just do automatic we're going to do an automatic fill here. We got 720,000.
All right, so we're going autofill.
Oops, you don't have enough money. Okay, we have to change it now. Yeah, take it down. Go to midfield. This is where we have to drop one of the major players. Yep. Let's go here.
No, still don't have enough. All right.
Let's go. Let's get rid of Sinclair.
Uh,
Get rid of Sinclair up the top.
there. Yeah.
Get rid of it. Now let's see if we can do it.
No.
Go down.
Dawson.
No, Dawson's a good player. Get rid of Nick Haynes. Let's see what I can do here.
There we go. We have no salary cap remaining.
Alright, this is where we can go. And most of these players will not be there. They're not going to be there. So let's go down in the forward line. Let's see, who are they?
I really don't know.
Oh, Luke Pedler. Yeah, I know Luke Pedler. He played for Adelaide. But I doubt if he'll play though. But anyway, there's some of those things. That's not going to be the full squad. That's not going to be the final squad. No way it is. That is not going to be the full squad.
And
We've got a player there that's over $1 million in the scene. That's Rory Laird.
Laird is, and that's where the problem starts to come in.
But you have to pick them.
Yeah, you need them.
Yeah, James Willis, I don't even know who. I mean,
You're wondering what I'm doing? I am literally putting them in
order from expensive to least expensive.
I'm putting them in price order because it's easier to see what you've got to play with and to take out where you need to, if you need to.
It just goes to show you that we've got no salary cap left. We used all the money to buy the players. So the team value is $15.5 million. But like I said, this might not be the final side by the time we go into round one.
So yeah, by the time round one comes up, and I'm going to go back and bring us back up again. So by the time round one comes around, we will probably have shifted it around a bit more. We will give you guys a look.
Update. We'll give you a regular update.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, let's go back to full screen on us, please. So that's a side. That is a side.
I do apologise. I'm just blowing us up so you can see us a bit better.
See us a bit better. So
there we go.
Take the backdrop off if you can, please.
There we go.
So, what the name of this show is titled is called What Shay Says. And we're just going to bring you positivity, energy. There's going to be regular cook-ups. There's going to be some food challenges, mainly me. Shay's going to challenge me in some of the food challenges, especially the spicy stuff, because Shay doesn't do the spicy stuff. We are going to try different recipes, both of us. We're going to cook it and try it and that. We're going to go and show you guys a bit of Adelaide scenery, and not just Adelaide, but we're going to broaden it out even further, like out in the regional areas and interstate. And we've got a plan coming up further down the track. We've got a major plan. We'll let people know as we go along what that plan is. Our major goal is what we want to do. It's an overseas trip. Anyway.
Which is a completely other thing. You will find that as these videos go along, they do get better in quality and editing and that sort of stuff.
But it's all about you subscribing. It costs nothing. Just subscribe, share it amongst your friends, hit the bell notification,
and
so
make
you get
sure
notified.
make sure when you do hit subscribe that you do hit the bell and click it for all, because that way you will get notifications coming up on your phone or your tablet, whatever device you're using. And when you go into Google on a computer, it'll come up with, again, the notification. Like, it'll come up with a hang on, I gotta bring it up because it's gonna drive me nuts. The symbol. Yeah, you have the bell at the top, which will have how many notifications, that sort of stuff. So please do.
Yeah, and also we do want to make an announcement. We are going to introduce to a family member. Now, this family member pops around our house from time to time, and it's a family dog named Ness. It's a female dog, and she's a beautiful dog. She was just here this weekend, spending some time with us and stayed overnight. So from time to time, you're going to see our beautiful family member Ness. We go take her for a walk and do some wonderful things. There are going to be some personal testimonies later on as we continue this journey to bring awareness of certain things like fibromyalgia, prostate cancer, breast cancer. I'm walking to raise money later on in a few months for prostate cancer, and we'll let you people know where you can donate that to, and it's for a good cause. All the money will go straightly for prostate cancer research and whatnot. And we're not just doing that, we're doing a whole range of things. We're going to be showing you guys some of the music memorabilia that I have collected over the years, some of the vintage stuff that we got here. I've got a vintage item that was sent to me when the Australian bushfire was here 3 years ago. I've got a care pack, and in that care pack was a vintage.
Do apologise, people.
Was a vintage, and it's still in its box. It has not been opened.
Oh, you're talking about that thing.
The Crocodile Hunter, Steve Irwin doll. It's in the box. So I'll bring it all out eventually. And there will be a thing that we are going to the White House.
Mm-hmm.
I am not making this up. On July the 4th, 2023.
No, we're not.
Well, not July the 4th, May the 4th, or whatever, Independence Day, whatever.
Yeah, we are not spending the day up there on my birthday.
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
And you will notice that there are times where we sit there and we do argue.
We are going to the White House.
But yes.
So if you're in America, if you see us there, please come and say hello. You know?
Oh, sorry, I do apologise.
Let me tell you, we are going to the White House. We're going to meet President Joe Biden, and I want to know to have a word with him. Okay?
Yeah.
So please like, share, subscribe, share amongst your friends. Let's all have some fun. Let's bring communities together rather than separating them and whatnot. Let's bring the positivity energy to everybody.
I do need to say I wasn't yawning because I'm tired. I was yawning because my ears have become a little bit blocked and I was trying to unblock them.
That's what Shay says.
But that's his fault. It's all his fault.
That's what Shay says. So, so come enjoy the ride, folks. We're not going to be doing anything political anymore because, as far as I'm concerned, that's what separates the community. Let's bring communities back together and let's bring love, peace, kindness, happiness, joy, laughter, and all that random jazz. So, we'll keep you updated on how this fantasy team's going. Until next time, we'll see you what Shay says.
Bye, guys.